Yo!
Let's go!
Let's go!
Oh, we're live.
We are live, episode 1, baby.
Wow!
3 to 4 to 5 to 6 years later, we are here.
This is a good song, though. It
a
honestly
good song.
took a little longer than we thought. It's Dezi, Boss Ass Queen Marie. My God.
Matt, Boss Ass King Kolesar.
It's good to be here with you.
I'm so excited. We're here live in Vegas.
Live in Vegas.
This is episode number 1 of Life is Bittersweet, the podcast, with Matt Kolesar.
With Dezi Marie.
All the way from Miami.
Well,
Kind of.
not anymore.
Because what happened?
Not anymore. I don't live in Miami anymore.
Yeah, where do you live now?
I live here in Vegas.
He lives here in Vegas,
So,
everybody.
All the way from Summerlin. All the way from
Henderson.
Opposite sides. Meet in the middle.
I'm so excited about this because me and Matt met talking on the phone. We were both on trains on our way to New York City.
5 years
Both
ago,
of us,
right?
5 years ago.
I remember it like it
And-
was yesterday.
No, I remember our whole conversation, and I felt like nostalgic talking to you on this train. I was like, I'm on my way to New York City. I was going to a music audition. We were getting on because I was looking for like music marketing services and found you on Instagram like a crazy person, and we ended up on the phone, and we just ended up talking about life for like 2 hours and became best friends, and now we've been friends for over 6 years. So internet friends are real, and you can start podcasts with them after.
Yeah, internet friends are real. It's honestly some of where like my best friends right now.
Yeah,
Come from
I
the internet.
agree. It feels surreal that we're doing this. I've had the word podcast on my vision board for the past 3 years. I've wanted to start this exact podcast called Life is Bittersweet, but I always wanted to have a co-host with me. I didn't want to do it alone because life being bittersweet is all about duality, and I wanted another person, and I wanted it to be a male, and you are literally the perfect person to be doing this with me right now.
I appreciate you.
And in so many ways.
Well, it's funny because like everything that's happened over the past couple months, our crazy asses are gonna be trying to do this virtually.
I know.
We have content that we probably will never release.
We'll never release it.
But it was fun.
We tried to film our first episode of this exact podcast over Zoom with him in Miami and me in Vegas. And I mean,
We got through step 1.
It was like, yeah, we got through step 1, which is the important part. We like took action. The minute I called him and asked him about this, he was like, all right, let's do it next week. Except we were in different cities across the country, but we did it.
But the reason we're here sitting in these seats together is because ever since we met, from that first phone call, both of us on trains in New York, just probably going different ways. I was leaving the city, I believe, and you were going into the city. We've shared similar visions. We've shared similar mindsets. That's only has grown over these past 5 years. And I was here in Vegas with you for your birthday.
Yeah.
You absolutely crushed it.
Thank you.
It was an amazing event. I've known this girl for probably, again, like 5 years, and working with her for like 3 to 4 before I actually seen her perform live in person. And this is not an ad. I swear to God, she is the best singer on planet Earth. I'm not making that up.
Thank you.
And
I appreciate that.
You blew the roof off the place. And we had a great weekend. And then I went home, back to Miami. And it was like 4 days later, you called me and was like, I don't know why, but I have to tell you this. And I was like, that's so crazy, because I had the same thought literally like 2 nights ago that I was telling someone else. Of like why we're here in these seats and what we want to create and what we want to put out to the world, and you know the light that we want to share in this crazy world that we live in. But just be raw and just be real and have some platform that can be fun but be real and that people can resonate with. It's exciting.
100%. And Life is Bittersweet, the podcast, which this is episode 1, and me and Matt are going to tell our stories. This whole platform is here to bring reality back to reality. And what I mean by that is we live in a culture now where everything is just, everyone winning, how much money they're making. It's all this beautiful painted picture. But the truth is, for people to get to where they are, and the only place they really show is the end, they went through a lot of stuff to get there, and people don't show it anymore. People don't talk about it, and it creates this atmosphere that we live in that is fake, and it makes goals feel unattainable, and it makes you feel like you're behind if you're not doing something, if you're not a millionaire in a month almost. And we're here to bring people who are successful onto this podcast so they can tell their rock bottom / bittersweet story, and they can sit here and say they went from sleeping in their car to being a millionaire, or being a heroin addict to owning a sober house, or whatever their story might be, so that you listening know that you can get from wherever spot you are to wherever you want to be. And that's what this podcast is going to be about. And
it's so awesome. Like we know,
it's so awesome.
We know so many amazing people that have gone through so much, and we're both blessed to have been able to spend, the past, again, 5, 6, 7, 8 years of our lives since we've started kind of, doing our entrepreneurial journeys, to meet so many amazing people, people that, have had it all, but people that have also come from nothing, that have come from rock bottoms, that we've been able to connect with over the years, that we want to bring on to share that with all you guys, and find ways to resonate with different things. Because I was actually listening to something before, and it just, again, always resonates. It always makes so much sense for like the current moment, where there's just so much chaos right now in this world, and there's a lot of darkness. But for light to shine, light can't really shine without darkness.
Right.
And some of the brightest shining people in this world that we know, that we don't know, just in general, have come from being consumed by so much darkness and being a victim. Whether it's a victim of their circumstance, a victim of cards they were dealt, their own decisions that they've made, which could be even worse. You know, where you put yourself through a shitty situation and you have to find a way to get out of that.
Yeah, for sure. And I will say that, man, you are built through those shitty situations, because I would say that I try to shine my light in the world, but it definitely stems from darkness and just some hard things that I've been through.
That's why you shine so bright.
And like that I'm still going through today. And people watching this first episode, and I want to tell my story, and I want to talk about the freaking brand that I built, and the music and Vegas and everything that I'm doing. All you see is me smiling on Instagram and running this show and being here and there and doing pop-ups and my clothes everywhere and all this stuff. But let me tell you guys, like, I built this brand that advocates for like mental health and personal development, because I literally deal with and suffer with mental health stuff on a daily basis. Like, I don't think people, before I came here, I was dealing with stuff, even about this episode, that I had to work through before I came into this room and decided that I knew who I was going to be and why I was here and what my purpose was, and that moment in and of itself was building me to be the person that I want to be. And it's about embracing the shit. It's about embracing the shit storms. I mean, like, it's going to be okay. I'm building my armor. I'm building my armor. I'm building my armor. And like, that life is freaking bittersweet, baby. Like, I kid you not. Sometimes when I'm going through stuff now, I'm just like, it's okay. I'm like, I'm growing. I'm like crying, but I'm growing. It's fine. And I'm going to be a better person after it. So it's incredible. Yeah.
You have an incredible story. And I know we're going to get into it. And I have some questions for you, because I know a lot of your story, but there's also things that I don't know. But there are some questions.
Ooh, it's heating up.
That
what do you want to know?
Well, we're not gonna dive into that right now.
Okay.
But I definitely want you to tell your story. But before we do so, do you want to just kind of break the ice?
Yeah, I guess we can do that.
So we've talked, and again, it's all about going through tough moments. It's all about going through tough things. Like, that's what the consensus of this podcast is going to be about. It's an experience. Like, we're gonna bring on guests, and we're gonna bring on our friends and people that we know that have gone through shit, and allow them to share their light. But what we want with this podcast is just to be more than just, storytelling. It's,
right.
Like you said, it's an experience.
Yeah, it's an experience.
And something that can, people can laugh at, people can have fun with, people can be excited
to be on it,
but also watch, because we're fucking dope.
Yeah.
So we have these warheads. We have sour candies. We have sour candies.
But they're like what are they called? They're called.
I have two.
Okay.
So
we have some of the most sour candy on earth with us, and we had to do this because This podcast is called Bittersweet, and we need you to taste the bitterness of life before you come talk about your story. And more than that, I want to see your face on camera and have it forever of you putting this candy in your mouth. So it would only be fair if we did it as well.
Yeah.
We did it first. And I'm actually very nervous about this. I want to say that I bought a whole bottle of water with me because I don't know how dramatic this is about to get.
We have some toxic waste.
Toxic waste. It sounds like something I should
Do you
literally
want
never
toxic
eat.
waste? Or do you want warheads?
I mean, is toxic waste worse? You can have toxic waste.
You want warhead?
Yeah, warhead. Is warhead bad?
No,
I've never had
I
warhead.
like warheads.
Oh.
I used to have these like all the time as a kid.
Okay.
They're great.
Okay. So should I feel like I'm being like...
You have flavors to choose from. Blue raspberry, black cherry, apple, and lemon. I think,
Lemon.
if I can remember, I think apple and lemon are
I have to do lemon.
yeah.
No question.
Yeah, that's true.
No question about it.
That's true. Okay.
All right.
You want to take them at the same time?
I feel like toxic waste is so bad.
You want to take it at the same time?
Yeah.
I got to do lemon as well.
Okay.
Okay.
Are you gonna be okay?
Yeah. I'm gonna tell myself I'm gonna be okay. Are you gonna be okay?
Yeah, I'm gonna be
Wait, don't do it without me. Hold on.
Okay, I'm not.
Hold on.
I can't wait for people to come on our podcast. I've never watched our podcast, and we're like, "Hey, we're gonna do the thing we do with everybody," and they're like, "What are you talking about?" And I'm like, "You have to eat this."
We can't like tell them. We just have to like.
No, we're just gonna bring it up.
Yeah.
It's gonna be great. All right, are you ready? I feel like that's bad.
Cheers. Yours looks kind of worse than mine.
Really?
Wrapper.
I don't like sour stuff. This is pretty... Do people enjoy this? How is yours?
I'm like waiting for it to get more sour.
Mine was sour.
Yours is sour?
Mm-hmm. Is yours not?
Not really.
Are you anti-sour? You don't taste it? I want to get the ones that on Instagram people were crying when they ate.
No, if we're gonna give these to people, they have to be.
They have to be like
They have
really
to be
bad.
sour.
Okay. I'm sorry, we're pussies.
This is light.
Now it's light. I ate all the sourness off, but it was pretty sour at first. My eyes started to water. I'm
Oh,
glad.
you made a face there for a minute.
Yeah, I did.
We're gonna have to run that back and try to find it.
Yeah, so I want to ask really quick before I move on. What would you say like made you start entrepreneurship and like the life that you're in right now, and like maybe like you had a moment, a bittersweet moment yourself that kind of like propelled you to be like the man that you are today?
Yeah, I thought, growing up, seeing how my family operated, I grew up with, a nice, good life.
Mm-hmm.
Blessed to have like the childhood that I had, and for me, and what I see for my future, for my kids' future, my wife, my sisters, my nephew who I have now, my grandkids at some point, I just really stick to my vision of how I want to live and how I want like my future generation to live, and what that's gonna take, and knowing that like a normal job isn't going to do that.
Correct.
And it's not about the money
Mm-hmm.
as much as like the money will help me do the things that I'm going to enjoy
Mm-hmm.
later in life, but it's more of just the lifestyle, and obviously like wanting to take care of my parents, hopefully sooner rather than later, to where like they don't even have to worry about anything, like I can take them on vacation. Just like I'm a visionary.
Yeah, so am I.
So just the way I see my life kind of unfolding, I knew that like I had to put the chips on the table and like be in control of them as much as possible, and being able to make my own decisions, and really having that option to either go all in and fucking do it, or there is no other option. Like I'm just gonna make it happen.
Right.
But like I'd rather go through the trials and tribulations now and like explode past all my expectations and all my goals in 5-10 years than to like settle now and like just run the rat race for
Right.
the rest of my life. And like that's, you know, kind of what I found out once I got out of college and I started, you know, working, and I started working corporate, and I was going to the city every day, and I felt like a mouse just, you know,
I
running.
can't even see you working corporate.
I did it though, and like obviously I fucking crushed it.
Yeah.
I mean, I do everything that I do at 100%.
I know you do.
And I just did it. Like I didn't really have any other choice. And then COVID actually gave me the opportunity to try out some different things. And then I got a taste of that. I got a small taste of having more freedom and making money without really relying on other people. And like that's just what I'm.
And now you here.
And now I'm here.
Oh
now
yeah,
I'm here in Vegas.
I love it.
So, yeah, it's a roller coaster. I look at life as a roller coaster, and all the ups and downs are thrilling in their own ways, and it's going to continue to be that way. But you know, something that we're going to talk about a lot, and I'm excited to ask you questions on, is the whole brand of what you have of
For sure.
making the choice and developing the mindset that
sure.
is super necessary to indulge in a entrepreneurial
Hell yeah.
life.
It'd be crazy.
It'd be something.
It'd be crazy.
It'd be something. It'd be something for sure. And yeah, I mean, even just like starting this whole podcast and like what we want to do for others. Like that's really what it is. Like I want to be able to impact people. I know you feel the same way, and you are. And again, like I can't wait to really dive into you, because seeing everything that you're doing, like literally I'm firsthand seeing you like take over the city.
I feel it. I feel it.
Are you feeling it now?
I'm feeling it, Mr. Krause. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it to a point where like I don't want to say that it's moving faster than I ever thought it would, but it is. I wanted this and it's here, and now I'm like, oh shit. It's happening.
You put in the work for it though.
I did. I've been working on this since before I even moved to Vegas.
I know.
In Maryland for my childhood bedroom.
I know.
Where I made this lemon cherry.
You painted that?
No, but I created
I was gonna
Bittersweet
say.
in my childhood bedroom in Maryland, in La Plata, Maryland, folding clothes
I love it.
during COVID. And now I am a singer, songwriter, and brand owner in Las Vegas.
And again, probably one of the most talented, hardworking individuals that I know. I'm not even just saying that because I'm sitting next to you.
I love you.
Because I don't
you.
bullshit.
I know you don't.
But like, you're inspiring, honestly. Like the inspiration that I get from you, I'm like, damn, I gotta be going so much fucking harder. Like this girl's outworking me almost every day. And I'm like, fuck.
I can't even like say anything to it because I'm like.
So let me ask you. I have a question.
Okay.
I wrote some things down.
Yeah, ask me a question.
And for me, I feel like this is kind of subjective.
Okay.
But for you,
Okay.
do you feel like it was harder to build the habits that you have or to build the mindset that you have?
I think it's harder to build the habits because you need the mindset to keep the habits going. So I know what habits I need to be doing every day to live a fruitful life, to be happy, to be healthy, to be balanced. But if my mindset isn't in the right place, I can know what I have to do, which is most freaking people, and I still don't do it, or I fall off, or my mind takes over more than just making things easy. So I'm one of those people that grew up and my parents were always like, you need to work hard. Like you need to work hard, and working hard is how you get everywhere.
Right.
And I've come to learn that yes, you need to work hard, but sometimes working hard can cause you to like literally run yourself to the ground, and you also need to work smart and not just hard. And that's something that I've been learning in the past 3 years, is stopping my tracks and working smart and being smart about my life. Habits are everything though. Like people that want to change your life, I tell people it's not the goals. Like stop making goals, start making like habit changes.
Right.
Like those are your goals. Like don't be like, I want to lose 20 pounds. Your goal should be the habits that you need to do to get to your goal. So everything's about creating the right habits around your life to be the person that you want to be. And it all actually starts with being a visionary and envisioning who you want to be, feeling it and living it before it exists.
So,
and that's what I do every freaking morning.
Let's dive into it right now, because
Okay.
we haven't really. I almost just lost my mic. We haven't really dove into you yet, and where this is all kind of stemming from. I know it's a sensitive topic.
Yeah, no, it's good.
But I think before we dive any further, before we get any along in this episode and with this podcast in general, it can be brief.
Yeah.
But like you said about being a visionary and having that moment in time of your life and knowing like, okay, who I am now, but who I know I can be. I feel like that was
that was me.
That was it.
Yeah.
So if you want to just
I'll
touch on a little bit
give
of it.
everyone who doesn't know my story, which is a lot of people. So I grew up super overweight and I was bullied my entire life. I didn't have friends. I probably went to like my first sleepover when I was like 14 or 15 years old, and I would come home from school crying every single day to my parents because I literally got bullied for like 6 years straight. Mostly because I was like super overweight since I was a kid, and I'm a Spanish girl, and I actually learned Spanish first. And when I first started going to school, I didn't know English, even though I don't sound like it. But I went through this whole process, and even through high school, even through college, I started to find music as my home, but I was still very insecure with my like outer body and who I was. And I went through college and did amazing things. I was a double major. I studied music, I studied business, and I was in this competition my senior year of college, and I actually brought my college their first national title ever in music. I beat 8,000 people, and I was crowned the #1 musical theater singer in the nation in 2018. You can look it up. It's all over the newspaper.
Rockstar.
It was called Nats. And
Rockstar.
part of me winning was that I was supposed to get a little check, which was like amazing to me because I was broke. And I was supposed to get a 6-month contract with a cruise line as part of my reward for winning this competition. And so I went down to the judges and I was like, I just won. I'm the national winner. I'm so excited. And they were like, sing your song. And I sang my song. And I was like sitting there pretty. I was like waiting for my, like, when's my contract going to start? And they started chit-chatting. And I remember this guy, I literally will never forget what he looks like. He goes, you know, you're amazing. We're so happy that you won, but we don't have a place for you on this cruise line. And when he said that, he did this thing with like his hand insinuating like a place for like my body type on the cruise line. And
whoever you are, screw you.
Yeah, and I don't ever say the cruise line name because I don't want to like start a whole like I don't want to be on like NBC telling this story right now.
You're bigger than that and you're past that.
Like I don't even care, but
But fuck you, whoever.
Literally, yeah, actually, fuck you. So literally, I had the highest high and the lowest low of my life in the span of an hour. Like I kid you not, I had like the biggest accomplishment and the biggest low in 60 minutes, in a 60-minute span of my life. And I was so excited because I was like, I'm going to graduate college. I have a job in music. People who study music like always freak out. They graduate, they don't know what they're doing. I'm going to get out. I'm the shit, like boo-doo-doo. And that all got taken away from me from literally like my exterior body, which I've literally had my entire life. So I went home, was depressed for like 2 weeks. And then something clicked in me and I was like, I'm never going to let that happen to me again. And I hired a health and fitness coach. It was $4,000. I put it on a credit card. I remember I had literally zero money. I was like a college student. And started my fitness journey. And in 4 months, I had lost 40 pounds. In 6 months, I had dropped like 60 pounds. And not just that, though, I had changed my entire mindset about life and who I was and food and nutrition and habits and goals and sleep and my spirituality and my love for myself and my goals and every little thing in my life. I just fell in love with personal development. And this brand was born out of that. And the reason why Bittersweet Lifestyles exists is because I believe that the lowest moments in your life are the best things that could ever happen to you. That's what I say. Because if I didn't get denied of that cruise line, I would have never felt the way I felt to kick my ass enough to go make the changes I needed to make to be sitting in this chair. Like, I needed that to happen to me. Like, during the process, though, I didn't feel that way. I, like, hated it, and I was like, this is so unfair, and it is unfair. But I'm so thankful for that moment now because I've done way better things than sitting on a freaking cruise line for 6 months. And I'm literally, like, sexy, healthy, confident. I'm a business owner. I'm a loyal friend. I love the people around me like way too much. And no, actually though, like I need to chill. But and I get to inspire other people through my bullshit, basically. And I go through bullshit all the time, and I take it, and I've ingrained in my life to take my bullshit and turn it into something amazing. And that's what
And like, I'm so fired up because like I know I said screw you to that guy and like fuck him, but also we're gonna reverse the roles.
Okay.
Of our thinking.
Yeah.
And like you just said though, I'm just gonna jump on it. Is thank you to that guy.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, because who you are now is a million times better than whatever like
whoever was there, and I was amazing there too, but. I needed that.
You were, of course.
Yeah.
No, I'm not like trying to like say that.
I mean, I am better now, but
but like there's also again, just like how we choose to think.
Right.
I mean, that's kind of what I'm getting at is like how we choose to think. And in a way, it's like a thank you to him.
Yeah,
like a thank you to that guy to allow you to have that thought of saying, I'm going to be a million times better than he ever thought I ever could be. And it kind of leads into another thing that I wanted to talk about. We can definitely dive into it more later, whether it's this episode or not. But it's, I know something that we're both really big on, which is gratitude. And being grateful for that moment. Even though like at that time you probably was your most depressed point of your life. Correct me if I'm wrong.
It was one of them.
And
it was one
I think to have that level of gratitude for that moment and now to be sitting next to you being the way you are, it's like, you know, it's like, wow, like, you know.
And anyone can do it.
A bittersweet moment.
A bittersweet moment. I freaking love it.
Thank you for sharing that, seriously.
Thank you.
It's
for asking.
Of course. No, thank you for sharing because it's an amazing story, and I hope that anyone can really get inspired for even just that one story, and we got a lot more. A lot more coming up.
What the hell are you guys doing here?
What?
What are you doing here?
What's up, man?
Hey.
Good to see you. We were just chatting.
I stopped by the studio because I wanted to see what the hell was going on here. And they told me you got a podcast going on.
You just missed a really great story.
Yeah, it's episode 1.
Oh, my God.
Come sit. Sit down. Sit down.
Thank you.
Sit down. Can I get you something? What do you need?
No, I got it. Yeah, that's why I stopped by the studio. I wanted to grab a little glass of wine.
Oh, you didn't bring us any. It's nice.
Well, it's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Yeah, it is.
That's true. East Coast.
What's up, Uncle Marvin?
Hey, how are you? How's everybody? Look at this.
This is a legend right here. This is Uncle Marvin.
How you doing?
How you doing?
No, how you doing?
How you doing?
I'm so surprised you guys are here today.
That's good to see you, man.
Same
We're
here.
We're finally doing it.
Oh, my God. You know what?
You look great.
I have to tell you, thank you. I have to tell you something. I met you guys, what, 2-3 months ago?
About.
You came into the studio as a guest of another show?
This was like 2 months ago. I've only been here for 2.5 months.
I'm Uncle Marvin. I'm Uncle Marvin.
Claps. We can add some
this is a legend.
I'm the owner of Stinky Paw Studios. And I asked you guys, you should be doing a podcast. I didn't know you were going to do it this quick, but I'm so happy that you have launched. Is this your first show?
Literally, you literally crashed our first episode.
Oh, no, I crashed the show. I crashed the first show.
You crashed
yes.
our first show. So.
Well, I got to tell you, when I first met you guys 2-3 months ago, and you were telling me your story, and you were backing it up, and you were telling me your story, I was so inspired by that couple of hours. We spent a couple of hours together.
We did, in that closet.
Yeah.
Yeah, we literally
in my little office, which is a closet.
In his office closet.
Yeah.
For probably like 2 hours.
With no hangers. There's no hangers in the closet.
No, there's a bunch of wires, though.
A lot of wires.
A bunch of wires.
And it reminded me of my life. When you were telling me your story about the lows, the bitters, and the sweets of your story, it just put me in awe because I was looking and I was thinking about my life, how my life was from the beginning to now. And yes, there's a lot of lows, there's a lot of highs, and then there's a lot of lows, and there's a lot of highs. And I've had them. You know, I'm going to be 80 years old, so I've lived through a lot of stuff.
God bless.
So amazing.
You look fucking good. I hope I look
Dude.
half as good as you at 80.
No
Dude.
kidding.
God damn. No, seriously.
Really?
I'm not, like,
That's because I color my mustache.
you color your mustache?
A little bit.
A little bit?
It's your energy. It's like, it's your aura.
Yeah.
Well, you know what it is? It's what you were talking
It's your inner
about.
age.
It's what you were talking about when we met, about your drive, about being at the lowest point of your life and saying, I can't go any lower. I can only go up, right? Now, I told you guys my story, right?
A little bit.
About being a Holocaust survivor, being
We
in
touched on that.
Auschwitz.
Yeah.
And you can't get any lower than that.
That's
For my life, that was the lowest part of my life, and I was a year old. You know, I'm the last surviving generation of the Holocaust survivors.
wow.
So, having said that, the drive that was instilled in me from a European mentality, okay, helped me through my life and combating all those lows and being the person I am today, good, bad, or indifferent. I have, you know, people say, well, you became successful. Well, what does that mean? You know, what does success mean? You know,
You could probably ask every
Spit
person in the
bars.
studio,
Yeah.
and they would all tell you something different.
absolutely, absolutely. So, but what does success really mean? Being happy. Finding your inner self,
And
happiness,
Choosing happy.
and choose happy. It inspired me so much that when you told me about your clothing line, I said, I got to be a part of it. I have to be a part of it.
Got to jump on good opportunities.
Absolutely. It's not so much the clothing line itself or making money out of it or anything like that, but it's the message of what you bring with those sayings that you put on your clothes and giving people the inspiration of get off your ass and make it happen for yourself.
Yeah.
Nobody holds you down more than you. You're the only one that holds you down,
Yeah.
you know? And so
It's a hard thing to learn, though.
So I became partners with you.
Yeah, and it's been it's been the most bittersweet thing also because it was it's like many people have tried to become a part of this before. And I definitely needed the help because I have my strengths. And I was just a working girl. I was a freaking waiting tables, funding a business. Like, and taking the money I was from one job to try to fund another passion and making music, which that's a whole nother thing. And I knew that it was going to take someone or something to really propel this to where I wanted it to be. And I knew I couldn't do it alone. And yeah.
I have to tell you, though, when you were telling me the story, the first thing I said to you guys need to do a podcast.
Fuck, man, here we are.
Yeah, you need to tell your story.
Finally!
You need to tell your story. You need to get the message out. And I'm so glad you're here.
I'm so glad you're here. You're actually our first guest. You know what that means?
I'm a guest.
I mean, you sat down.
You sat down
I
on the
did sit
chair.
down.
You
That's-
crashed our podcast and
only
sat
'cause-
down.
That's only because I was tired.
You're
Well-
walking from the parking lot into the studio.
There's a little rule we have
What's
about
that?
being on the podcast.
Uh-oh.
So that's your own fault for coming
For
and
sitting on the
down.
chair. You're in the hot seat.
Oh, now what?
So, your choice of black cherry, blue raspberry, lemon, or apple.
I'll take a black cherry.
Pick your poison.
What is it?
It's a sour candy.
Is it keto friendly?
Yep.
It is?
Keto
Yep,
friendly.
I just decided it is.
What's just the side?
I don't even know what keto means.
It means, yes. It doesn't.
means yes.
It means
that
it
yes
doesn't
in
have
Spanish?
bread in it.
Yeah, I just lost 80
No
pounds.
bread.
So
Oh, no bread. No, yeah, you're good.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
no sugar, no bread.
All right.
But that's all right.
So
it
you
won't
get to
kill
have
me.
a little warhead.
What is this now? It's supposed to be real sour?
Wait,
It's a
you
little.
don't don't have sugar? Like actually, like is sugar gonna hurt you? Because like I think the number
Nah,
one
this
ingredient is
Wow,
sugar.
he's
How many
full of
carbs
it.
are in there?
Carbs, 5%, nothing.
Nada.
No number. How
Not
many-
more
how
than
many-
your
13
pizza.
grams.
Oh my God, that's a lot.
Not more than the pizza you
I'm
eat.
only allowed 20 grams a day.
Well, then suck on it for like 2 seconds.
I will.
Yeah, you
Just in honor of your show today.
you can spit it out if you don't like it. And I can give you something.
That is sour.
Wait, can we get a wide shot of this?
Oh my God. That's sour. I need a glass of wine after this.
You got your wine right there.
Yeah, I know.
Dead.
Now I can give you something sweet if you want. No?
Oh, they're so cute. No, I
Oh,
want
what do you got now?
one.
Look at these. They're little
They're
cherries.
Oh, cherries.
Look at that. Pass them around. We'll each have one.
Oh,
I haven't seen cherries in a long time.
They're so cute.
Oh, did I say that?
I don't hear you.
We just sit here and eat.
And
let's
these are
be real.
gummies?
Yeah, they taste. These are a lot better.
I'll eat these later.
Okay.
You know what? Once you get rid of the
Once you get rid
bitterness,
of it,
No, it's good.
it's
it's a good
sweet.
cherry. Yeah. Bittersweet.
First they're sour,
Darn sour.
and they're sweet. It's
First they're
Patch.
sour, then they're sweet.
So I
Sour
think you
Patch.
guys should do a weekly show here,
Okay.
okay?
Okay.
And continue this podcast.
Okay.
And I'm all behind you.
I appreciate you, man. I'm just really happy that like you're just even here, like experiencing this. Like this is just talk about like experiences, man. Like shit. This is
This
is a really cool
can't
experience.
Speak. Like sometimes I don't say what I'm really feeling, but when I wake up in the morning, I can't explain to people what I feel, but I feel this like I'm tearing up about it because I feel like the whole world like on my shoulders. Like I feel everyone's pain. Like I feel everything that's going on. And that's what like drives me. Like I don't even know. Like I literally like work to a point where I question my existence every day and I'm like, Des, why are you like this? Like chill out, girl. Like go lay by the pool, like go do something. And it's like I try to create that balance, but I was put on this earth to be the voice and be the light that people feel like they don't have, so they feel like they can do what they need to do. Because I'll tell you something, like the world isn't very nice, and I didn't have friends growing up, and I was bullied and all these things, and I didn't have much self-confidence. But if anyone feels powerless, like it's bullshit, and you can regain your power back and do whatever you want. Like that is my ultimate goal, is for people to stop feeling like they're stuck in whatever situation they're in, because it's not true. And if that can just get across to as many people as possible, like that's all you need to make change, is to like realize that, and everything's a choice. Like that's it. Like, and it's so simple, but it's not. And hopefully it touches a lot of people, because I run myself to the ground way too much and I need a vacation. Like straight up, I need a vacation. Like someone take me to Malibu, please, God.
You know, with your attitude,
First thing.
what you just said, you cannot help but becoming and reaching the goals that you're looking to get to. You can't help it.
I know.
It's going to be there. And I'm going to be there to help you.
And we've already
Because
helped me so
I do
much.
believe in you.
I know you
I
do.
believe in you. I believe in Matt. And you guys make a terrific pair.
We're pretty fucking dope.
Dude, when me and Matt are together, it's like the
Shit just
energy.
works.
Yeah, the energy when we're together, anywhere, in any
Even the day
room,
we
in
met
any
you.
situation,
Yeah.
that entire day continued to be like that.
No, like even after we hung out with you and we talked with you for a while, we met a bunch of different people outside, and like the way that aligned was crazy in itself. Like, yeah, when we're doing our thing, it's
It's really
elite.
beautiful to
It's pretty
see.
elite.
It's like one of those people, like I mean, I meet tons of people every day, but like Matt has been someone, I mean, I felt like a connection with him being halfway across the country, not seeing him physically for like 3 years. And I was like, this dude is my brother. This dude is family. Like and he's like the type of person that we would just FaceTime each other out of the freaking blue, like all the time, and talk for like 2 hours. There's no warning, no context. And it was great.
I remember telling Matt, what the hell are you doing in Florida? What the hell don't you get your ass over here and move to Vegas?
Well, it's a funny story.
And then guess what? I saw you a week later, and I said, guess
I'm
what?
moving to Vegas.
I'm here. I'm coming back in 5 days with all my shit. Literally all my. I said my car's packed.
Right.
And I'm on my way.
Right.
And it's funny because I had a flight to Miami.
Yeah, you did.
I was supposed to go visit him to shoot this podcast in Miami.
I had her cancel her flight.
Rude.
For good reason. Cancel her flight because I said.
He did offer to pay the fees.
I didn't. I did. Honestly, I did. We're not shooting in Miami because I'm not living there anymore. And we're out here. And look at this.
Yeah.
It's such a better...
Dude, what?
I was going to do like the setup myself. This is
it.
Yeah.
And we have Uncle Marvin here.
Yeah, we got Uncle Marv, dude. Like, what?
Yeah, and I'm going to be here I'm not going to be in your show every week, but I'm going to be here.
If you were crashing every week, you'd be eating a lot of warheads. That's for sure.
Well, I'll tell you.
Your cholesterol would be through the roof.
I'm going to wish you lots of good luck with this show. Because
Thank you, man.
People, not you deserve it. The people out there listening to you.
Of course, yeah.
That's
why we're doing this. That's why I'm sitting here.
It's
not for me.
It. They deserve. They need to feel and to hear your inspiration and your stories and the stories of your guests that you're going to be bringing on. And don't ever feel that you're down and out. Remember, for every failure, which is not a failure, it's a learning experience, you draw success from those. Because it's things that you will never do again because they didn't work.
Right.
Not that they were failures. They just didn't work. Believe me, in all the businesses that I've ever been in.
Dude, I go through it every fucking day right now. Okay. And I said fuck because it's like, holy shit.
That's right.
I make so many mistakes every day, and I'm like, Kate, not doing that again.
So it's actually one of the questions that I have written down that I wanted to ask you, or now you, I guess, because you're sitting here, so you're on the hot seat. And it's like an open-ended question. It was like, how would you approach failure as a learning lesson rather than a setback? Like, from your experience with your businesses, in some examples, what are some things that you've done to take a failure and look at it or go about it the next day or the next week as a learning lesson rather than a setback? Whether it's a thought, whether it's an action, whether it's something that you did, the next day to make you feel better, to help you push forward.
Well, I can give you one example. Back in the 70s, I was in the eyeglass business.
Okay.
I had 5 optical stores.
Okay.
My partner was an optometrist who did the eye exams. I was the optician. We grew from 1 store to 5 stores in 2 or 3 years.
Wow.
It was a huge mistake. Growing that quickly was a huge mistake.
Interesting.
Because business was so good, we were going broke. Overexpanded. Expenses were higher than the profits. And eventually, as fast as we opened those stores, we closed those stores.
Wow.
So in the period of 6 or 7 years, we went out of business.
Wow.
The lesson I learned from that was, it wasn't a failure. It was a mistake.
Yeah.
It was something I was never going to ever do again. We grew too quick. I learned not to grow a business too quick. You do things slow. And as you build it slowly and within control, which you have to have in a business.
I think that's the key. This is the control.
That's the key, the control.
Right. And
so it wasn't really a failure, even though it didn't make it. I mean, we made a good living out of it for years. But it was too fast, too quick. It should have never happened. But I learned from that.
Wow. And this is so good because, like, it's like social media and how everyone wants to just grow so fast. Like everyone just wants to be from here to here.
Now.
Like everybody wants everything now. And like just when you were saying that, like the only thing that I could think about was just how everyone nowadays just wants everything so quickly and so fast.
They
want
want
it
yesterday.
They literally it is like absurd how many people are like, oh, I started this business, I'm gonna be a millionaire in 6 months. Like and that's like the norm. Like that's what people think is the norm.
People think that's like regular.
Yeah.
People think that's like happening left and right.
Try being a thousandaire first before you get to be a millionaire.
Even if you do that, it's like all these fads. Like, okay, so you made a quick whatever $20,000. Like, can you do it again? Can you do it again? Can you do it again? Like, can you like what? Like,
it's the sustainability.
Insane.
Like what you guys were doing, you know, back then. Like it's sustainable. It's, you know, like, I mean, I feel like everything back in the day was more sustainable than it is now. But like, I feel like nowadays it's finding the balance of like growing at a rate that you can actually like control and like be like not like you said, like want to like, you know, need to go on vacation because you're running yourself dry every day and you're going to bed and like you're stressed out the fucking wazoo.
Right.
But being in control and actually having something sustainable.
Yeah.
And not expecting this
to happen overnight
facade that you're gonna have it in 30 days.
And you know what? It's freaking sad if you did, because then you what are you like living?
Then what's
life
next?
for?
Exactly.
And it's that's a whole.
And that's such a great. I'm so glad you brought that up, and I think that's something that a lot of people need to hear, especially from a wise, successful man like you.
And ever since then, that's what I did. I grew my businesses slowly and controlled. I had a huge jewelry business in Chicago at a 4,000 square foot location. And I started with 800 square feet. And over the next 20 to 25 years, I grew from 8,000 feet to 4,000 square feet. But I did it slowly. And that's where I made my money, basically, in the jewelry business.
I was gonna say, I see what you
You're
got
like
going on.
dripped out.
I see what you got going on. You got your pens, bro. You got your pens in your pocket.
I'm a little blinged out.
I've got a little pin.
I have a watch or a watch and a necklace that I got for my communion.
You need a Rolex, is what you need.
But I'm not flashy like that, you know.
You don't have to be flashy.
I hear you. I just like to listen. If I could afford a Rolex, I'd have a Rolex.
Hey.
See, being
It's
able
all
to
good.
afford it and not wanting it says a lot about your character. Okay?
Yeah.
I just want to eat good food.
Dead ass.
Dude, I want to be rich to eat good food. I kid you not. Like, I just want to go try every food on earth.
You are rich.
Yeah, I am rich.
In here.
I am actually really
right.
rich in there.
In here.
But I can't give someone my heart.
There's a
for this
difference
shit.
between being wealthy.
I can figure something out.
There's a difference between being wealthy and being rich.
Yeah.
Talk to him,
Rich.
Marvin.
Tell us.
Is in here.
Preach.
Talk to him.
Preach.
Wealthy is just money.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean shit.
No.
Money don't mean nothing.
No.
Money is just a barometer of how well or how badly you're doing. That's all it is. It's a temperature gauge.
Mm.
You know?
And that's such an interesting way to look at it. Like, that's such a humble way to look at it.
You know what? I've always had I shouldn't say always. Later on in my life, in my mid to late 50s, I started making my money. And I bought boats and I bought cars and I bought an airplane because I'm a pilot. I'm a private pilot.
You still owe me a flight, brother.
Same.
Oh, you?
Like 12.
I don't forget.
But I gave up. My ex-wife gave up. took everything. I started my life over twice in my adult life because of 2 divorces.
Mm.
So as much as I would make or as much as I would achieve, they took it.
Wow.
I had to start all over again twice.
Be careful, kings.
Don't go there because my dad got.
It goes both ways.
Yeah, I know.
It does go both ways.
It does not.
Oh.
The woman gets everything
I will
listen.
say, look, I love both my
here we go.
parents.
Let's get a little juicy now.
I love both my parents, and I love my mom and everything, and I'm glad that, my parents separated. But, like, by law, like, doesn't matter what you do, like, the woman's taking half your shit. Like, it doesn't matter.
You heard it from a woman.
Happen.
Heard it from a woman.
Like,
I didn't say it.
I didn't go through it, and I wish I had someone's half their shit, but I don't. But, like,
careful,
it happens.
kings.
Like, do your thing. Or just love your
It's
sweet.
tough. It really is tough. You know what?
Careful.
My parents, God bless them, live well. I mean, they died quite a few years ago, but they had a rough life, and there was a lot of bickering and fighting and stuff. But they never got divorced or anything because that was the old days. Nobody got divorced.
You just fucking.
You lived it because of the kids. The kids,
Mm-hmm.
the kids, the kids, the kids. Today, they don't give a shit. Kids, no kids.
So what do you think? What is your stance on that? Do you think do you think it's right for people to, do you think when you're committed to someone that you should stay with them if they have children for
No,
the mental health and the things for their kids,
Not
or
at
the
all.
financial stability, or do you think you should just break it?
not at all. Because the negativity that you bring on in a marriage that you don't get along with your spouse rubs off on the kids.
Yeah.
It's worse
Agreed.
for that to rub off on the kids than to get a separation or a divorce and split parenthood.
Yeah. And I mean, I know some people who've split up and have two separate lives, but they're super cordial, and like between the both of them, their one and only thing is the kid
kids,
first.
yeah.
Right.
The
Right.
kid first.
Mm-hmm.
You'll always
And-
have a common denominator.
Right,
The kids
and-
are the common denominator.
Right. And I've seen it work but yeah, it's
I hope to see that day.
yeah.
And the kids are going to get fucked up, and then sure they will for a little while until they grow into adulthood and they figure out life, and they say, "Wow, you know what?" I mean, I've had nephews and nieces and kids, my own family, my own daughters and sons. When they grew up, my daughter got divorced. It happens. Shit happens.
does.
You marry the wrong person. So it happens.
I'm silent AF about this topic.
It's a touchy one. It is a touchy one.
But there again, life is bittersweet, isn't it?
Right.
Dude, isn't it?
I mean,
It
look
is.
at choose happy. Look at all this stuff. Choose happy. Lemons and cherries. Sweet and sour.
Duality.
It's reality. Absolute reality.
Reality, duality, and
What a
the
message you
balance.
send. You send a tremendous message.
And it's just, honestly, and it's just getting started. And sitting here, starting this podcast today, like I said, I've been dreaming about doing this podcast for years. And I knew the exact message, exactly like the format, like everything I wanted it to be, because I knew that it was going to touch tons of lives. But seriously, the past like 60 days have been so crazy with this brand, okay? I just feel like it's everywhere, at least in Vegas.
You're going viral, girl.
I'm in viral videos. People are sending me videos of them crying, wearing my stuff. People are talking about, literally, I'm getting messages about, I'm trying to work on my marriage because of your hat. Kid you effing not.
Okay. I love this. I have a question that I wrote down,
Okay.
and I feel like it could be good for other brands out there.
Yeah.
And people just trying to grow online, and something that we both value very importantly, which is
Yeah.
authenticity and vulnerability.
Yeah.
So how do you find the balance in the authenticity and the vulnerability with your brand with like those potential risks of like sharing too much online?
Yeah, it's tough. So I'm a pretty open book online.
And I know you are, and I respect that, but not a lot of people are.
Yes.
But how can people find ways to like be more authentic and like really be vulnerable and like because we both know like there's not a lot of authenticity online,
Right.
And a lot of people play a role just to try to make themselves
Right.
be more poppin' than they are. But like there's something to be said about authenticity, like you were mentioning as well. So I'm just curious on like your thoughts on what you
Yeah.
can share.
I think the biggest shift that I had with social media is when I stopped doing it for other people and I started doing it for me. And that's when I started being authentic, because if
Bars.
you're putting out stuff for what you think other people want, then you're not
You're already
being
fucking.
yourself.
You're already wrong. You're already gonna.
Like
You're already gonna lose.
And then you can only do that for so long.
Talk about sustainability.
Yeah, you can go into like imposter syndrome and all these things.
Yep.
And if people could just stop and look at their social media and their platform, whether it's a business or not, as just like a representation of who you are. Like if your child went on your Instagram and was like, Dad, this is nothing like you. Like, well, who is this? Like, what is this? Like, it should be somewhat a representation of you, and you should do it for you. Sometimes I make videos for myself that I don't even put out to the internet. I'm like, I'm recording this moment for myself. And sometimes I put them out on the internet anyway. And I speak a different way, and I just speak like myself. I'm not trying to emulate anybody. I'm not trying to watch a video and copy it and all these things. And obviously, we're all influenced by social media. Like, we're all constantly, like, literally downloading tons of information. But I don't sell my product. Like, I don't sell my brand. Like, I don't go on and be like, today I'm selling this and this and this. I don't even have product photos on my Instagram, and I sold out of my brand because I talk about the message, the story, and I make it about the impact of other people, and I'm just authentically myself. And this whole brand is just me with like tentacles on it everywhere, and what I represent and how I can embody that and just put it out into the world. It is nothing more or nothing less than that.
You know, having said that, and I'm listening to every word you're saying, I learned over my years, the only way you can make other people happy is make yourself happy first.
That is literally, okay, I'm going to say this because family issues and stuff. I could bring my family's fine, y'all. I'm not being so dramatic, but
Love your family.
my dad.
Shout out Pops.
Shout out Pops. My dad lived his whole life and still does for his children. And he was taught that
Great
everything is about the kids and your wife and the kids and your wife. And he let his cup go so dry trying to fill everyone's cup that when, he went through his divorce and he and his kids left for college and he had an empty house and everything, he had nothing. He had no identity. He had no idea who he was. He had zero love for himself, zero knowledge of what he wanted to do, because everything that he was other people. And he still calls me to this day. I think it was yesterday, and he was like, Des, I'm still trying to wake up every day and not live for you and your brother, not think about what you're doing every minute of the day. This dude lives in Pennsylvania. I live in Vegas. We have a 3-hour difference. There is no possible way that he can be doing what I'm doing, because 1, my life is crazy, and 2, the fact that it's been over 3 years and he's still waking up and trying to figure out who he is past his kids, it has shown me that taking care of myself is number one. Like, I will, and even when I'm in relationships and I'm dating people, I have said this, and women like fight me about this all the time. I literally tell my mans, I'm like, you are first and I'm second. Like, I tell like my man that, like, I've told all my boyfriends that. I'm like, don't you ever compromise your career or what you want if it's deep down what you want, because you're trying to like please me. There's either a middle ground for us to meet and I can support you in that, or you need to go do what you need to do because that's your purpose, that's your calling, and that's how you're going to be happy. And I would never let anyone compromise their being or their career or who they are trying to fill my freaking cup, because then you're with a miserable person at the end of the day.
And you have to
And
find
it's
you have to
crazy.
find the
That's raw.
balance.
Yeah.
That's
You
right.
have to find the balance
That's raw.
of not being selfish or narcissistic,
Mm-hmm.
but you have to find the balance of making other people happy while you're making yourself happy first, without having those 2 other ingredients of selfishness and narcissism. Okay? You can't think too much of yourself,
Right.
but there's got to be a balance.
Right.
And that's what I've learned over the years.
And I love it all. And something that I'm really impressed with you about, and something that I think ties into all of this, is what you do and how you involve yourself within the community.
Yeah.
And I think that's a really big component for your brand, but also for anyone that's like listening and trying to build their brand, or trying to build a clothing
Yeah.
brand, or trying to do whatever it is that you're doing.
Yeah.
if you can involve yourself in the community,
community.
not only does that make you feel good,
Mm-hmm.
but you're impacting others, and you're doing something, of course, for yourself, but it's
Right.
bigger than yourself. And I think
It
that's
is.
something that I've noticed from you the past, again.
Freaking like 30, 60 days.
Yeah, but you've been, but
No,
like
I'm
more,
always-
more
I'm always-
so now than recent or in the past. But also like I'm seeing it more being out here. Yeah, it's just something that I wanted to bring up because
Yeah.
it's amazing what you're doing and something that I'm even trying to get more involved with. You know, like, it's tough for me. Like I was involved in New York, but you know I wasn't involved in my community as much as I was in Miami, and I like made that a conscious like thought for myself that like being out here and being in a new city, I want to get more involved because again, I'm not, it's not, of course I want to make myself feel good, but it's not about me, you know, like, yes, it makes me happy. And there's things that you do to like, you know, serve others and do things for others that make you feel good, but it's about the other people.
It is. And people make you freaking feel good. Like, even sometimes when I'm really tired and then I end up at the event and I see like the kids running around.
Yeah, it's nothing better
whatever,
than kids.
like you're
Kids
just like,
are
I'm not upset anymore. I'm not hungry. I don't need a shower. I don't care about any of it. I'm here. I'm like happy and
Put you in a
like,
whole new world.
In a whole new world, especially in a world where we're disconnected and everything's like digital and people don't talk to each other and go to the park anymore or have one-on-one physical conversations, bro.
Yo,
like,
no,
what?
do you see anyone anyone just like bring their clothes or bring something to the park and like set up shop in the park? You don't see that anymore.
No. You don't see kids running around playing outside.
No. It's sad.
They're playing.
It's sad. It's really
so
sad.
scary. I can't even.
Listen, guys, I busted in on you. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
you
bust
did.
out of here. I want to wish you lots of good luck with this show.
Man.
I want to wish you lots of good luck with the line. I mean, Matt, you're a killer. You're all right.
He's great.
I'm just
Well,
like
you know,
that.
having you by my side and a part of Bittersweet Lifestyles there's a new magic to it, and people see it, and it's coming through you, coming through me, and going out. And
I think
it's really great.
I'm so happy that you're saying that because I feel the same way about you and Matt, and I think that there's nothing but good stuff coming along.
There's literally, it already feels like the brand, I was telling my friend, has a life of its own. Like,
Yeah.
I wake up every day and I'm like, how is this in this video? How is this here? How is this there? It's just everywhere, and
It's
people
everywhere.
are like,
Yeah.
Des, did you see this?
Yeah.
Des, did you
It is
see
everywhere.
this? Des. And I'm like, what? I'm on the news? What? This? What? That? And I'm like, it's not even, it's just, it's the message. And it's freaking amazing.
I'm going to let you guys finish your show.
Okay.
I'm out of here. I'm going to go have another glass of wine.
All right.
Okay?
I'll come meet you.
I could sit and talk with you. We might have to have you on again because I got more questions.
Yeah,
for you.
yeah, we're going to have him as a
Anytime,
legit
anytime
guest.
I'm available to you, anytime you want.
'Cause-
And guys, lots of good luck.
Thank you,
Lots
man.
of good luck. And you don't need to.
Are you ready to go viral, sir?
I'm ready. Able
Oh, not
and
ready.
I'm willing to rock and roll all
Hey.
night.
Hey!
Uncle Marvin, everyone.
Marvin.
Absolute legend.
Literally.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, man. Thanks for stopping in.
Thanks for letting me break in.
Of course.
Anytime, anytime.
Feel free to stop by my house later if you want some more wine.
Dude, don't tempt me with a good time. Yeah, I was just thinking about going to have wine by the pool. I just had a whole moment.
I was thinking about like shaking up some like tequila.
Marks? Dude, I make a killer mark and you know it.
I do know you make a killer mark. She does make killer marks.
Yeah.
Wow, dude, what the fuck is this guy doing?
Dude, we're so blessed.
What a guy. What a guy. I can't believe he has a whole crazy story.
I know. And yeah, it's he's like a testament of like everything that we're doing.
Yeah.
He's like a walking testament.
For real. It's honestly crazy that he just crashed in here like that.
It was meant to be.
For sure. For sure. Everything meant to be. It's all meant to be.
What are you most excited about for the podcast? Like, seriously. There's so much to be excited about.
I was gonna say there's so much to be excited about.
But as your friend, this is a huge like moment for me watching you, because I want more of the world to see your light and who you are. And they're about to. And I'm excited. And you deserve it. And you're not allowed to go anywhere. No.
Where do you think I'm going?
I don't know. But seriously, like,
I
what are you
appreciate
excited about?
I'm excited to a lot. Like, I guess one thing is like obviously just meeting amazing people in here and like just having a really great experience. But even for myself, like I'm really excited to like find a new way to step out of my comfort zone and try new things and like just see where this journey goes. Like, I mean, we're not.
It's gonna go.
I'm learning that I'm not a planner. I know that. So, and as we have come to sit in these seats, we were both like doing shit last minute, 10 minutes before we came and sat down. Like, we're just kind of here. Like, we don't have anything like planned. We don't have anything like scripted.
Right.
We don't really have anything like. I mean, I have like some.
I
questions.
feel like I've been prepping with you for this for 5 years.
Yeah, but that's like why it works. But like, I mean, I wrote down some questions before like I walked in here, but like that was it. So for me, it's just like the experience. Like I'm just excited for the experience and like not having any expectations of like what this is going to be, but knowing and being excited about what it will be because I know it's gonna be something sick.
So sick.
It's gonna be sick.
It's like
it's gonna be a lot of fun.
It's gonna be so much fun.
Yeah, I'm excited to step out of my comfort zone. I'm excited to, you know, share valuable information on a more deeper and better level than I ever have in the past, and just bring everything to new heights.
Yeah.
So, yeah. How about you?
What am I most excited about?
I mean, mine was kind of like broad and generic.
Stop saying that. It wasn't. I mean, I'm excited to hear how people like came up from shitty situations. Like I literally like this podcast I would say is like half selfish in a way because I want to sit down with people and hear how the hell they got out of whatever they got out of to become who they were. Like I'm so curious.
So excited
about
that.
Such a curious person. I love like cognitive psychology. I love the brain. I love all that good stuff. So in a nerd standpoint, I'm excited to do that. I'm also excited to build something with someone I freaking really care about that's foundational, that like I know we can do for years on end, that like even I feel like when we're fucking old, I'm gonna be like, yo, you remember our podcast? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm excited for that, and I'm excited that we're in our like mid late 20s, and mid late, like it's you don't gotta know, but like we get in there, okay? Mid late 20s,
we're just in our stride, baby. I'm just getting in my prime.
Same. And we're like doing the thing. Like we're creating our own life in our mid late 20s for the life we want in our 30s and 40s and 50s. Like that's what I'm excited about. I'm excited that I'm not doing it on my own. I'm excited that I'm doing it in a way that supports other people. I'm excited that we're doing it in a way that I know in a business standpoint has a plan and execution and something that we can do and bring other people and everyone can collaborate and win.
Yeah.
And I'm excited for the unknown, like, because I know this is going to open so many doors we could never fathom.
Right.
And
for sure.
The unknown, I love the unknown. I'm a Sag, so I'm freaking crazy. So, you know, just like literally I'm the last minute flight girl. Like ask me to get on a flight tomorrow. And I'm probably.
Yeah, you know, I'm not a planner either.
Yeah, like I'm so spontaneous. Like I'm just like, oh, can I make that happen? Hell yeah, let's fucking go.
Is that why you said don't go anywhere?
Yeah, I'm just like, no one can steal him. It's fine.
Well, no, I love that. It's a really great answer. And
no, yeah, I'm just like freaking excited.
Yeah, the unknown's cool. Speaking of the unknown, I was talking to someone this morning.
Okay.
And they said something to me that I was like, I have to say this.
Okay.
On the podcast. I didn't know when it was going to come up or like when I wanted to say it, but it was just like too good not to share. Where is it? Here it is. You have to be, I wrote down like 10,000%, but you can, you know, you have to be 100%, 1,000%. You have to be 10,000% okay with the opposite of what you want so badly to allow it to just organically flow into your life and like really believe that. Like you just have to be so okay with like not having anything really for like what you actually do want.
Like the sacrifice.
just to like flow and like let it happen. And
Okay,
I-
bars.
no, it was bars. Like I'm gonna repeat it again because it might take a second to like really
Okay.
click. Like just genuinely being so okay with the actual opposite of like you have your vision of what you want, but you have to just genuinely be okay with the opposite of that. So for what you do want can just flow to you organically and it's not forced. So like, you're not like chasing it so hard that you're making it, forcing it to be happen, but that you can just be and just be okay with just being and actually being okay with like taking some L's and going through some losses and taking some learning lessons and like being okay with like having the opposite of what you want to letting what you actually want flow to you and
No, that's
come to you
beautiful.
organically.
No, I get that.
And yeah, someone said that to me this morning.
Wow.
I don't remember what we were talking about, but I was like, whoa. I was like, that just like.
Yeah, because everyone's like chasing everything nowadays.
Yeah, and that's kind of what it was like.
Yeah.
We were talking about, I don't remember what we were talking about, but it was just basically just like things. Yeah, because I think I was talking about someone like jumping on a flight to go see someone, and they were like, I'm not that way, and they were just like, I just rock, and like I just know that like I'm so cool with like it being whatever, but like I know that what I want will come to me and it will come in an organic way, so I can just like be content and like not be stressed about it, not be like trying to force it.
Like this.
And that's kind of what I wanted to like wrap it up on, of just like this just like happened.
This literally, for everyone who's watching and made it to the end of episode 1.
Hey, flowing.
Hey.
Hey. Send it at home, send it over.
Flow out the door. Okay, wait.
I don't do this very well. I don't really do that well. We'll work on that.
This literally happened by us walking down the hallway, being ourselves, and this presenting itself and us saying yes. But we've been planning it forever, but it happened in its own way.
Facts.
So I feel freaking good. I'm freaking pumped for he's swagging out in the red right now. Ooh, who's calling me? Wait, I'm literally gonna pick this up.
Yeah, do it.
Hey, Ashley. Hi. Oh, so we're on the phone right now. I'm literally filming episode 1 of the Life is Bittersweet podcast.
You're live with us.
Say hi to the mic.
Hi, guys.
This is Ashley Rybar.
Oh, it's Ashley Rybar.
This is Matt next to me.
Matt, what's up?
What's up?
Oh my gosh, miss you.
We're actually about to wrap up, though. So let me call you in 3 minutes. You're going to be at the end of our episode.
Oh, yeah.
Do you have anything you want to say to...
What's the topic?
Well, this is our first episode, so me and Matt just talked about our stories. But the podcast is about bringing people
You're just flowing.
that are successful onto the podcast and them talking about their most rock bottom moments and how they got out of it, and we're there today. That's gonna be the pod.
Well, hopefully you first have talked about your stuff, because you've
You
overcome
mentioned
so
it.
much, and you are just getting started, girl.
Well, we love Ashley Rybar. She'll be here one day. So.
Ashley, just give us like one sentence. Like give us like
Give us the sauce, Ashley.
Give us like a bar.
Oh, I need to be on camera. Excuse me.
Okay.
Fine.
La, 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 la.
Let me
Oh
see.
my god.
Oh.
I wish I had your hat on or your shirt or something. Dang it.
We're so annoying that we're doing this on the podcast. We love
It's
you.
okay.
Okay, I love you. Mwah. Bye,
Love you, Ashley.
Bye, love you.
Matt. Bye.
Are you home? Wait, where are you? You near my house? Are you near my house?
No, I'm not at your house.
Oh.
Send me your address.
Okay, bye. I love you.
Okay, bye. I love you. Bye.
Okay, with that. Oh, it looks good on you backwards like that.
Yes.
Matt, this
Not
was
as good as
freaking awesome. And everyone, just stay tuned for episode 2 to 100 million. And this is about to be a fun ride. And just know this is a place you can come to get inspiration, get some real, raw not made up, and we're not trying to sell you anything. We're not trying to freaking tell you how to save the world or make $1 million tomorrow. We just want to be here to help you be a better person and to love your life and love who you are and to show you that it's possible.
I couldn't have said that any better. And we, we're happy to be here.
Yeah.
We appreciate you all. And we're excited for the future, and I hope you guys are too. And yeah, everything that's going to come from us is going to come from the heart. It's going to come from our minds. It's going to come from just our being. And
This sauce?
the soul sauce.
Soul sauce.
Soulful sauce.
Soulful
It's
sauce.
kind of fire.
Fire. We should make a song. Okay.
Yeah, I
Right.
actually got to get in the studio.
Yeah,
We
you
have
do.
a song that we have to duet.
Stop.
So
Can't wait.
with that being said,
That's a wrap.
life is
Bitter, sweet,
and
baby.
beautiful.